Hey there, my name's Jordan, and back again with another edition of Guitar Stories. Another guitar, another story. So, start out by saying that this is an ESP LTD EC-1000 VB. It's a mouthful. What this is basically the LTD version of an ESP Eclipse, and it is made in Korea. This is a Korean made guitar. Should have mentioned earlier that that's a Japanese made guitar. Japanese made guitars are very fun. They're like, I think, better than American. Oh no, oh no. Yeah, Japanese guitars I think are better, more finely made. And this guitar is made in Korea, and it is a finely made guitar. This thing is a solid body. It is not chambered. It weighs probably every bit of 10 pounds. It is like just about as heavy as a Gibson Les Paul, if not a little bit heavier. I know that it says that they're lighter, but this is an older guitar too, you know, so these guitars are still in production. I bought this guitar in like 2009 or something like that. So I've had this guitar for about 11 years. And, you know, actually, as far as guitars go, as far as my lineup goes, it is my oldest guitar. It is the guitar that I've had the longest out of any of my guitars. It is a nicely, it's a thinner neck. It's almost like a little bit thinner than like even a thin line like Gibson Les Paul, like modern, or even like a Gibson Les Paul 60s. It's a little bit thinner than that. I don't know the profile. If I had to say it's a C shape, it's kind of what it feels like to me. I think the fret radius is like 17 or something like that. It's pretty, maybe it's not quite that much, maybe it's like 13. It's pretty flat. You do see that there is a little bit of a curvature to it, but it's pretty flat. It's a pretty flat guitar. It is made for shredding. It has got 2 EMG humbuckers in it, no single coil. I think I mentioned last time that I got used to the no single coils. That's where I pick at. I don't like to have a single coil in my way. But yeah, 2 EMG pickup, or 2 EMG humbuckers. This is an 81 and a 60 something. I don't know my EMGs very well. I'm sorry. I'm not that big of a geek when it comes to this stuff. It's whatever combination that Zakk Wylde uses in his Les Paul, you know, his bullseye Les Paul or whatever. So anyway, this also this happens to be my favorite guitar. This would be the guitar that I would grab in a fire. I would like, if I had, you know, I've got a Gibson Les Paul, I've got a couple Fender Stratocasters, one of which is like the American Ultra. I've got that thing, got some acoustics. This is the one that I would grab. This is my primary guitar. This is the workhorse. So, so the way that I came about this guitar is kind of like weird. Like I just decided I didn't like go in and choose this guitar. I actually waited for this guitar to go on sale, this exact guitar. So, let's roll back here. You know, I was playing in a band with my friend Ian and Kevin, and we were playing kind of like melodic metal, like maybe progressive metal or something like that. And our drummer Ian had an ESP LTD EC-401, which is like the step down from this, but it had the same pickups, basically the same. Everything was pretty much the same except for like the electronics, like the pots and everything are a little bit more well constructed, and this has locking tuners. I don't think that one had locking tuners, but anyway, I absolutely fell in love with his EC-401, and I ended up playing it live. Like, I played that guitar like way more than even he did, and I felt kind of bad about it, but You know, I decided, you know, I wanted one, and you know, I didn't need to spring, you know, the $2,000 for a. Didn't really have it anyway, but I didn't want to spring the $2,000 for an ESP. So I was going to go with LTD because I knew they were good. I liked them a lot. I liked the feel of them. So Sam Ash in Cincinnati, Ohio, they were having a sale, and for some stupid ass reason, the sale started at like noon or something like that, and they opened at 10. So I like literally sat in the guitar store. I only have one of these things. I sat in the guitar store like demoing it for 2 hours, like holding it like nobody's gonna get this. This is my guitar. And because you know, this was like an $1,100 guitar new or something like that. And I got it for $799 or something like that. I got it for like $800. Got a pretty good sale on it. So I got like $300 off of it. So $300 for 2 hours of my time as a, you know, 21-year-old or whatever. Yeah, that's totally, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'd do that today, but I probably would just because. But yeah, this is a great guitar. Now, to make this guitar even better, my friend Tony, who I worked with while I was at Walmart, he's a phenomenal guitar player. I mean, Tony Davis. You ever get to listen to his stuff? He's from Maysville, Kentucky. He is like he writes really good music, but he's also a wizard when it comes to setting guitars up, man. He set this guitar up for me. It is so, like, the action is so perfect, and I haven't, you know, I had him set it up. I think that was in like 2010 when he did the setup for me. And I haven't had it redone since. You know, I've changed the strings, you know, obviously, but you know, I always use the same strings, Ernie Ball Super Slinky number 9s, and yeah, man, I mean, it's just a really good guitar. Now, the one weakness with this guitar, and a lot of people kind of disagree on this. I love this guitar to death. I mean, it's my favorite guitar, but I will tell you that, like, my Fender Stratocasters sound so much better on the clean tones, and I've like optimized the clean tone as best as I could with the guitar itself. Now, if you listen to the last Ibanez, I'm gonna leave the amp settings and the line 6 distortion pedal settings, all that, or well, I guess the reverb pedal and stuff. Everything's gonna be the same. It's just the guitar that I'm kind of tweaking. So. I've got the tone rolled back just a little, just a hair. Like the tone would be on like, instead, you know, be on like, if it's like all the way up or whatever to treble on 10, I like rolled it back to 9. And then I actually rolled the volume back, and we're listening to the front pickup instead of the back. So, you know, sounds really good. I mean, these are hot pickups, man. I mean, you know, they're active pickups. That's just the deal. They sound really good. They're not as perfect and quiet as like my Stratocaster is. Better than that thing, I think, a little bit on clean, but still not quite the level of the Strat yet. Definitely better than the Les Paul for sure with the Pro Buckers, but you know, it does the job. It's a versatile guitar. Like, I can get the tones that I want out of it. Now, live, like if I were playing live, I have no problem. This is my guitar that I'm playing live. I can make do with the cleans and like the distortion, the dirty tones definitely make up for it. If I'm recording songs though, and I have a you know, soft, clean tone, I'm going to be using my Stratocaster. You know, just because, why not? You want to use what sounds best. But this is good enough to do both in a live situation. Now I'm gonna switch over to the dirty channel, put it on the bridge pickup, roll back all the volume all the way up, treble all the way up. So I'm primarily a punk-ish punk pop player, so these are my tones that I like. But this is a metal guitar, this is a punk rock guitar. It can also get those sweet leads though. It can do the leads. I really like the lead tone on it. I'm kind of torn between the lead tone on this thing versus the Les Paul. They have different characteristics, and I just haven't really decided on which one I like the most yet. But as far as like dirty, you know, tone. I apologize, I'm kind of sitting down, so it's a little difficult, you know, trying to hold the neck up and play, but just trying to convey the whole sound of it. And that's not really what this series is really about there, is it? You know, it's about the story of the guitar. But I just figured you might want to hear what the guitar sounds like, so, you know, we'll, So this is the guitar that you've heard on the Star Wars song. Basically any recording that I've done, this is the guitar that I used. This is my workhorse. This is like, if there is a distortion, if there's distortion in the song, and I'm recording it with this guitar. Like, this is like, and it's easy to play, and it's just like, I just love this guitar, man. I love this guitar. It's not the most expensive guitar I own. And you know what? I mean, I guess from a actual value standpoint, it's one of the lower, it's not the lowest valued guitar, but it's not, definitely not like top 3 either, you know? So it was less expensive than that thing sells for. So I don't know, but it's a great guitar. So yeah, I figured I would go over, you know, this is basically, you know, my second real, you know, guitar that I've ever owned. This one right here, you know, that one is not the actual first one, but that was the first one, you know, in spirit. But this is the second one that I really consider mine. I had a S370, and I had like an S370DX. Just those Ibanez's didn't feel like that. And after playing Ian's guitar, I decided to make the jump to ESP LTD, and this is where I was at for like 10 years, man. I mean, seriously, I bought a few more. You know, I just kind of got into the Fender realm, and the last guitar I actually bought was a Les Paul. So, but yeah, this is a very good guitar. I love this guitar. It's you know, it is what it is. And the finish, oh my gosh, vintage black, right? At the gold. A lot of people think that gold is cheesy, but I just think on this like matte black finish, it just, I don't know, man. I like this guitar. I really like this guitar. It's a really pretty guitar. So, anyway, until next time.